Okay, bros. We're here for the WWE pay-per-view Fastlane Wrestling Review featuring the ever-so-popular Bro Ratings. Now, here's your host. Okay, bros, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson, and we're here talking about WWE's pay-per-view in the month of March called Fastlane. It's the Fastlane to WrestleMania, and this is going to be a Fastlane wrestling review. So, we open up the pre-show to Fastlane with the original bro, Matt Riddle, defending the WWE United States Championship against the leader of Retribution, Mustafa Ali. Pretty solid match between these two. Definitely some chemistry there. Always thought Mustafa Ali was a great worker, but I'm really loving Matt Riddle's run on Raw right now. Since he was called up to the main roster at first, they were kind of figuring him out, but he's really hitting a groove. And who does not love those segments where he whizzes by on his bro scooter? And I mean, he's even making those sound effects. It's great stuff. So, solid match between these two. In the end, Matt Riddle hits the bro Derek off the second rope for the 1, 2, 3, retains the United States Championship, and then Retribution splits up at the end of the match. I believe her name is Reckoning, or Mia Yim, walks out. Then Slapjack, or Shane Thorne, walks out. Then T-Bar and Mace, which is Dominic Dijakovic and Dio Madden, hit Mustafa Ali with a double choke slam. And there you have it. Retribution most likely is no more. So, with everything being said, the opening contest on the pre-show, we're going to give that one a 7.7 on the bro ratings. Moving on, opening contest on the pay-per-view itself. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Now, this is a rematch from last month's pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber, and I didn't think they should have done it then, and I most certainly do not think they should have done it now. This Women's Tag Team Championship on the main roster, WWE, is completely convoluted. I mean, big fan of the champions, actually, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, but why they have to be involved in the SmackDown Women's Championship storyline, and then Reginald in there just totally makes it worse. Shayna and Nia are defending again against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. And while I think both of those women are fantastic, it's just the whole mess of the storyline really puts a damper on things. Also, someone had to take a pinfall, and right leading up to WrestleMania, there weren't a whole lot of good options. Sasha Banks has Shayna Baszler in the bank statement. Bianca Belair comes in to try to fend off Nia Jax. Nia knocks Bianca into Sasha, breaking up the bank statement. Bianca and Sasha start arguing. Shayna Baszler, most devastating move in WWE. See what I did there? Rolls up Sasha for the 1, 2, 3. Champions retain their title, and Bianca and Sasha go at it at the end of the match, calling each other names, slapping each other. Sasha Banks says, "You know what? You don't even deserve to be up here, rookie." So, leads into their WrestleMania match, but not good. Not good at all, bros. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I think the last match was maybe a high 6. This one was even worse. We're gonna give that one a 6.2 on the bro ratings. Moving on, the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. That's right, we've got your current champion, Big E, versus Apollo Crews, the Nigerian prince with a spear, a phony type spear, but a badass scarf. Now, this is a pretty good feud that's been going on for quite some time, but Apollo Crews' new character has taken this feud to another level. The match itself was pretty solid. Both men looked decent. They hit most of their big specialty maneuvers, but the finish of the match was just weird. Maybe is the only way to describe it. Apollo goes for a roll-up. 1, 2. Big E turns that roll-up over. 1, 2, 3. Kind of fell flat. Was a little confusing. And that really put a detriment into this match. If they go at it again, kind of really hoping that WrestleMania does like a big multi-man match, including both of them. But that way you get Baron Corbin in there, maybe Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. You got a bunch of talent. Shinsuke Nakamura. You got a bunch of talent on SmackDown that could be in a multi-man match here. Well, with that being said, Big E is still your champion. Big fan of that. And it was just the ending here. So we're going to give this one a 6.8 on the bro ratings. Moving on. Get these hands. That's right. Braun Strowman up against Shane McMahon on Fastlane. Now, got this Braun Strowman t-shirt at the Royal Rumble. I believe it was 2018 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The only Royal Rumble that I've ever attended live, Braun Strowman was red hot. Here we are, fast forward 3 years later. He had a championship run last year, Universal Champion, and now he's maybe kind of a joke. So I figured this was my only opportunity to wear this t-shirt, certainly on the YouTube channel here. So, Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon, but Shane McMahon twists his knee and is replaced by Elias. And, you know, Elias had a good little run early on in his time on the main roster, and then some injuries and making records. It's just not feeling Elias whatsoever. Seen him take on Braun Strowman. This was a match. It's about all you can say. This was a match. Braun Strowman won decisively, 1, 2, 3, after the power slam. It's no good. Do not like the Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon storyline. Certainly do not like Braun Strowman versus Elias here. With that being said, bros, we're going to give this one a 5.9 on the bro ratings. Like I said, only chance to wear this Braun Strowman t-shirt. So, with that being said, here is your 1 minute figure review. Brother, Jim and Babyface is back, daddy. And speaking of Fastlane, what? Oh, daddy, Jimmy Babyface had too many bush lights. I got nothing to say about Fastlane unless old Jimmy the Gibson, daddy, wants a Fastlane to these HWF stories and archives, daddy. That's right, brothers. We're talking Vince McNugget. We're talking the HWF, the Household Wrestling Federation, daddy. And there's only one house that he's gonna need to visit, brothers, and that is the house in Great Meadows, New Jersey. Brother, HWF, brother. Time for some more Bush Lights. I don't know what to say about that one there, bros. I mean, guy keeps interrupting, but think about what he said. I mean, that's some late-breaking news. Vince McNugget, HWF, Great Meadows, New Jersey. Let's hope by WrestleMania we have some more details. Moving on to your 1-minute figure review. This time, it is the Fiend Bray Wyatt Ultimate Edition figure. Now, this is a fantastic looking figure. Multiple heads, as you can see. One with the tongue sticking out. We got the jacket. Different arms for while he's wearing the jacket. And the only Fiend figure that comes with the custom Fiend Championship belt. Ultimate Edition is the way to go. The most realistic figures that Mattel makes. And this Ultimate Edition Fiend figure is amazing. Everybody who's a fan of the Fiend should let him in. Now, back to me. And we're back. The WWE Fastlane pay-per-view continues on with singles action between Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. Pretty good match between the two of these guys. I mean, I think both of them are great competitors. Have a chance to put on unbelievable matches. Seth Rollins, multi-time world champion. Shinsuke Nakamura, not quite there, but former Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion, etc. Really good match. I think this was the stepping stone leading into, hopefully, Seth Rollins versus Cesaro at WrestleMania. That's the feud that's been building. That's the match we want to see. But Shinsuke Nakamura needs a WrestleMania match, so hopefully he's involved in the IC title picture. Solid match. Nakamura's hitting some trademark moves, so is Seth Rollins. But in the end, it was the stomp, the curb stomp that puts Nakamura down 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is your winner here. Like I said, hopefully leading up to Rollins and Cesaro. Solid match between the two. Can't deny that. And with that being said, bros, we're going to give this one a 7.9 on the bro ratings. Moving on, could have WWE Championship title implications. Championship title match implications for WrestleMania, which is scheduled to be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Well, Drew McIntyre is taking on Sheamus one-on-one in a no DQ match. Should Sheamus win, does he get inserted in the title picture? It wasn't clear. That's why they said it could have implications. That was the only problem I had with this match, because I think Drew's great. I think Sheamus is great. And these two men beat the crap out of each other. No DQ match. They went all over the arena, fighting in the Thunderdome, crashing through video boards. You got chairs, you got kendo sticks going through the announce table. I mean, these guys had welts all over their bodies by the end of the match. And in the end, it was one of the most brutal Claymore kicks that I've ever seen. Drew McIntyre puts Sheamus down for the 1, 2, 3. Great match. Kudos to these guys. Actually, would have been very happy if this was your WrestleMania main event for Monday Night Raw for the WWE Championship. I hope Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley live up to this one. Gonna be hard to beat, let's put it that way. So, with that being said, bros, we're gonna give this one an 8.9 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we have very interesting matchup between Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. Now, this feud has been going on since, I think it was TLC, where there was a Firefly Funhouse Inferno match. That was, everybody thought it was Firefly Funhouse, cinematic, but no, it was an Inferno match, and Randy Orton set the Fiend on fire. Well, That was December. Here we are in March. So the last few months, Alexa Bliss has been playing mind games with Randy Orton, almost indicating that she's bringing the Fiend back to life. So craziness is going on here in WWE to the point where Alexa Bliss is throwing fire at Randy Orton, making Randy Orton spit out this black tar, this goo, this liquid coming out of him, making Randy Orton choke this stuff. I mean, just crazy stuff here. So the match starts, and obviously Randy Orton wants to get a hold of Alexa. They're kind of chasing each other. Alexa's shooting fire out, and then when they go to the outside, a trellis of lights fall down, almost kills Randy Orton, and Alexa Bliss is like, "Oh, almost got you there, ha 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 ha," making light of the situation. Pretty funny stuff, to be honest here. They get in the ring, and then a hand comes out from under the mat, grabbing Randy Orton. Randy Orton's freaking out. Fire's going up, smoke's going up, and the Fiend returns. He crawls out from under the ring. The Fiend returns, and he is burnt to a crisp, borderline comically burnt to a crisp. We'll see if his outfit changes, if his mask changes. And he hits Randy Orton with the Sister Abigail. Alexa Bliss goes on top of Randy Orton. The referee counts 1, 2, 3, which is crazy. It wasn't a no DQ match, and here's Alexa shooting fire at him, dropping a trellis of lights, almost hitting Randy Orton, and then the Fiend comes out and beats up Randy Orton. Alexa Bliss technically gets the 1, 2, 3, which is kind of hilarious. So, I mean, job well done to keep this storyline going for the past few months without the Fiend. So, kudos to Alexa and Randy Orton for keeping this going. It was kind of a comedy match in a way, and personally, I'm just not a fan of the new Fiend's attire, the mask and everything. Just let him go back to the old mask. I mean, we'll just pretend that now that he's back, even though he's all burnt up, that he has like Wolverine type regenerating powers. Just please let it happen. All right. With that being said, that takes into consideration the rating, but I thought Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss have done a good job, but we're going to give this particular match a 7.6 on the Bro ratings. Moving on to your main event. The Universal Championship match, SmackDown's Roman Reigns. That's right. Oh, Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, please don't hurt us. You can sit at the head of our table. Roman Reigns, have to get that out of the way just to keep him happy, versus Daniel Bryan. This is a feud that's been going on since, right after Royal Rumble time. They had that match at Elimination Chamber, and Daniel Bryan promised to make Roman Reigns tap out. And to make matters even more cloudy, we have a special enforcer in this match, and it's none other than Edge, the Royal Rumble winner, who is getting the WrestleMania title shot for the Universal Championship. So you got Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and these two guys put on a show. I mean, this was a clinic. This is what main event world title matches should be. Daniel Bryan, one of the best in the world. Roman Reigns is on top of his game right now in this Tribal Chief head of the table persona, and it just works. Everything works. Well, of course, there was a referee bump at the end of the match, and then Edge acting as the referee. I mean, Daniel Bryan had Roman Reigns in the yes lock. Edge, the referee was knocked out. Edge gets knocked out. Roman Reigns very quietly very slowly tapped out, but no one saw it. Edge flips out. He's spearing everybody. He's hitting people with chairs. It was just nuts. And in the end, Roman Reigns hits his spear, pins Daniel Bryan 1, 2, 3, and still your Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. But what's going to happen now? They got to go triple threat at WrestleMania. If they don't, I don't have any words for that if that doesn't happen. But what a fantastic main event. With that being said, bros, we are going to give this one a 9.1 on the bro ratings. And that means that is your match of the night. If there's one match to watch at Fastlane, watch Roman versus Daniel Bryan. If you're going to watch two, definitely has got to be Drew versus Sheamus. So with that being said, bros, we have 8 matches this evening, giving us an average of 7.51. Couple matches should not have even been on the card, bringing the rating down quite a bit. So here you have it. WrestleMania is up next. We have a clear path, hopefully do the right thing, especially with this triple threat match. Clear path to WrestleMania, and we will see you at that point in time. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below, and we will see you for WrestleMania. WrestleMania time. Later, bros.